Good evening to everyone in India and elsewhere. That's why namaskar. Thank you very much, Professor Talesra. She has given me opportunity to talk with you, and Dr. Martin waiting for me, but he has made the platform for today's talk. And I'm also going to talk on our wellness, our balance, so that if we remain healthy, we can create our society also healthy. We can nurture our surrounding healthy. So that is my concern, because the theme, as we know, that we are all talking right from 2021 on UN Sustainable Developmental Goals, and there we have talked about number of education commissions and many other things, and for that um, general global citizen education, and there are non-violence education, they are also part of it, where we have talked a lot about. So even a few just before this, there were many artificial intelligence and many other topics were relevant. So today I thought I'll be talking on contribution of healthy living, and especially creating or developing or nurturing the attitude to balance our life, because for that we have to make an effort. So thank you all the national and international uh, collaboration parties of this sessions. And now I will be sharing the screen and start my PowerPoint presentation. So I start my presentation, and I will try to be little brief so that we get time to talk also about on this. So my title of this presentation is Contribution of HHL Attitude to Balance Our Life. So in brief, what I mean, all the words which are there in the title, is HHL is holistic healthy living, where we are taking care of all aspects of our living for our healthy conditions. Attitude, I have defined like respectful inclinations towards. So um, we have to have an inclination towards this holistic healthy living. Balance, where we observe equality, equity, and harmony among all aspects which are related to us for our health. And the life, which I mean very quality life which we are expected to live. So a dignified and responsible time a human spends from birth to death. So on this span which is there in our hand, how can we make this more meaningful, purposeful, healthy? So that is the context on which I'm going to make certain presentation. See, to make our quality life, birth and death, these are the two facts which individuals don't know or don't have a choice, or these are the certain determinants of our period begins and ends. But the journey between birth and death, it is the individual's choice. And every moment he or she lives, that is by choice. Sometimes people argue that what is a choice? When the child is young, always follow parents' instructions, teachers' instructions, he doesn't leave of his choice. But if you try to understand that in a very true sense, then this is also there, that we give indirectly or unconsciously our choices to follow that particular thing. So journey between birth and death, it's by choice. Knowingly, unknowingly, consciously, unconsciously, but we are living our life by our choice. And that's why the quest for choice, we need to have a knowledge, skills, and willingness, and the confidence to put all what we want to do it into action. Now, this is something which we can say we know it, we are aware, but probably at that particular time we may not be able to use it. And that's why this topic I thought just to make people aware. It is not that people are not aware about this, but just make it conscious about it. So life is individual's responsibility. Yes, it is very important. Our life is our responsibility. And the moment we become the owner of our own life, our attitude generally will be changed. We have power to make it simple, hassle free, healthy, happy, and peaceful. And this is the tagline of this session, that yes, we human beings have a power. It may happen that it may not be using it, but yes, we have a power to make our life as simple as possible, as hassle free as possible, healthy, happy, and peaceful. Many times it so happens that surrounding is making us disturb. Yes, that is also a fact. But still we will learn how we can be stable, or even if when we are affected, we can help ourselves to overcome it at early as possible, because we are conscious that I don't have to lose my health. So that was the things. So a physical and mental healthy state brings a quality of life, and this choice we will make our life quality better. WHO defines health as the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely absence of disease or infirmity. So this is the definition given by WHO. But when I was reading some of the books of Ayurvedic, especially the Shushrut, it is giving a very comprehensive definition of health. So according to Shushrut, it is Ayurvedic concept of health, where he says that an individual or a person who is in a state of equilibrium of body's dosha, Agni, these are all Ayurvedic words technically, dhatus, malakriya, that is physiological function of excretion, and whose atma, soul, indriya, the senses, the man, the mind, all are happy, it is considered as healthy individual. Now if we just go through each word, they are so comprehensive and holistic, and we say it's nothing but the day, every day what we live, we are living doing all this work, knowingly, unknowingly. So they are emphasizing anatomical, physiological, mental, spiritual well-being. So this body is our asset, which is a gift which we get it when we are born, and that's why it becomes our responsibility, because the body and the mind, they are all related, and mind, where it is situation, we are not aware. By this we know that, and by taking care of our emotional health and other things. But yes, so we are going to talk on this aspect. Physical well-being is, I don't have any disease, or I don't have any symptom of any disease, no illnesses, okay, fine. Normal physical indicators, like I have a normal blood pressure, peak flow measurement is okay, body mass index, that is my weight and my height, they are all fine, waist hip ratio, okay, these are all standard given by our medicine. And our pulse rate, recovery after exercises, we are coming down to the normal breath ratio. Physical fitness, good flexibility, yes, I am physically well. And probably this concept we are all aware about. Even the young child, if he is not finding okay, he said something is wrong. So that physical aspect is quite well known. Psychological well-being, sometimes we may be knowing, we may not be aware. Ability to handle stresses in the life and maintain positive attitude during that phase of time. Stress is there in our life. Physical stress is there, emotional stress is there, trauma keep happening, as Dr. Martin has already set the platform, that too many things is happening around us, where we are finding so many losses, aggressions, violence, And even if we are not directly related to that, but we listen to radios, we watch TV, and we find so humiliating, people are doing so many things, it does affect consciously or unconsciously to our level of stress. But then if we are able to manage that stress, these are outsourced, outside the things are there, even with ourselves, within our family, within our society, everywhere the stress is there. Some stress is important to keep maintaining ourselves, but when it is exhaustive, we also get shattered. So how we can help ourselves and develop or maintain our positivity towards life? Otherwise we'll think, oh, so many things are happening now, everything is gone, and we also lose hopes. Now in that condition, when the mind is not okay, not able to maintain or tolerate stresses, our body also starts getting weaken and weaken. So psychological wellness is very much related to physical wellness also. The sign of psychological wellness is how much you are motivated. Yes, for certain things we may be motivated, but are we able to maintain our motivations regularly? Concentration, focusing ourselves, doing any activity, not only academics, not only functional, the workplace, what we are doing, no, but overall concentration. If you are reading, focusing on reading. You are doing cooking, cooking. If you are playing, playing. Everywhere, how are you able to maintain your concentrations? Memory, many times what happens, the happy things we enjoy, cherish, and forget. But the things which are not happy, or let us say it has hurt me, it remains in me, and we drill it, drill it, drill it, and it remains forever with us. Anytime we say it, it is coming with a sour taste. And yeah. So smaran vismaran, that's a very important memory concept, that how much or what memory I need to retain with myself to maintain my psychological wellness. Self confidence, yes, it is also important. When we become aware about the potentials what we have, when we become aware about the skills what we have, or when we are so conscious, so assured that I have taken this task and will be able to complete it. And if I complete, whatever the things built up is a self confidence. That trust in self, trust in our potential, trust in the way I take or carry myself. Yes, that's a self confidence how I have. And am I able to maintain it throughout most of the time in our daily life or overall the lifespan? Calm, quiet, and cheerful mind. These are also some of the very important qualities, because calmness is now become is because there are too much chaos going on outside. So I need to handle that also. So how much calmness I have, because calmness will lead to composedness. Things are happening around us, good or bad. It reaches to extremities. Whether I am able to take both the positive side, negative, with equal composedness, enjoy, understand, be aware, sensitive to all what is happening, getting the true meaning, not just aggressive and other things, whether I'm able to make it, that's a psychological wellness. That how much composed a person is in all the good and bad situations, and able to manage the stresses. Along with this, one more concept is there, that is social health and wellness. See, we are all human beings, we are all social beings, we are all social animals, which we say that we cannot live without people, we cannot live without our society. Society is influencing us, all what is happening around us. So it is the ability of people to be free from what is the basic necessity and coexist peacefully in community. Now this is very important. See, as I have a right to live in the society, others too have the equal right to live. If I think I want to be happy, cheerful, every other individual have that right wish or want to be of the same level. So we cannot live at the cost of others. And this kind of understanding which needs to be groomed, because sometimes we obsessed with certain kind of emotional conjunctions that we forget all these things. We are the owner, we are the god, we are the supremos, and we just forget about the other coexist community around us. And without no blame, we do lots of wrong thing with them. Recent examples are those. So even social health and wellness is very important for us as an individual, as a society. It is also referred to relationship we have and how we interact with others. So at local level, how you interact personally with every level, or at the society level, or in the group, how we behave with. Because group is also nothing but our representations. Who are there? We, the individuals, are there. And that's why it becomes very important and necessary for every individual to maintain the concept of holistic health. Because if 2 or 3 will have this, the rest will not think anything about it, then how will they bring that holistic health? How will they take care of others as well? Now, this is very important. Why we social wellness involves building up of healthy, nurturing, and supportive relationship, as well as fostering a genuine connection with those around us. This is something very important. And nowadays, something what is missing is social wellness. Because when social wellness is disturbed, the psychological wellness is disturbed. When psychological wellness is disturbed, naturally our physical wellness get affected. So in this concept, the holistic health talk about all these 3 concepts, and they say that we cannot be choosy, that I can have only one wellness. No, holistic. If I can be happy only when my surrounding is happy. And that's the way we have to take off all the concepts. Now, what are these basic minimum things in our lifestyle which are important to determine the holistic health? Now, at beginning, I'll come at individual level. Later on, we'll go to little social level. So at individual level also, these are the determined factors of our lifestyle. What diet we are taking. In this, we say how we eat, what the food is meant, our nurturing happens in the same. Anna as aman. That is what we always say, that food what we take has a direct influence on us. So what is the diet we take, select? Is it our fast food, junk food started overpowering our nourished food? Because it has direct link with the temperamental qualities and other restlessness and hyperactivity and many more things. They are not the component which we have seen as psychological, that you have to be having focused concentrations, should be aware about the things, the peace, calmness. The food also influence on our psychological wellness also, along with physical wellness. Exercises, yes, very important. Rest. Now, this is also very important, because nowadays young generation, probably of middle age or the other old age people, they are now quite aware and they know the importance or significance of rest what we have in our life. But our young people still they think, oh, I can do entire life the way if I don't sleep or I don't manage my sleep, but keep seeing their mass medias include themselves and they are not taking rest. In long run, it may start affecting their health also. How do we carry out our daily routine activity? Right from getting up in the morning to last we go to sleep. So how are we managing ourselves? Is it fast, everything on the 11th hour? Or we have planned our life and able to carry out all activities so systematically that we are at the peace though we carry out n number of activities in a day. So that is something talking about daily routine. Mind and a psychological stress, as I have already said, that this is extremely important things, that how are we taking stress in our life. Emotions, it is said that to be sensitive is very important and we all need to be very sensitive. But emotional, we have to, because when we are emotional, we don't have that peace of mind to take the right decision, or when we are emotional, we may not be so focused. So, how fast we are able to manage or cope up with our stress and emotion is very important. And the environment, right from environment with you or right environment along with that to the social concerns. So, the wellness, it is an active process of becoming aware of and making choices towards healthy and fulfilling life. So, wellness is more than being free from illness, that already we have seen. It is a dynamic process of change and growth, and it involves physical, psychological, social, emotional, and spiritual aspects in our life. So, this holistic, healthy living, which has got these 4 pillars, what we say: diet, daily routine exercise, and rest. How much sleep you get, when do you get, is it sleepless or interrupted sleep? Everything matters a lot, because these are, even if we try to understand, these are all basic needs: mind and emotions and environment. And that's why little focus on circadian rhythm cycles, that is nothing but a biological cycle we have. Every one of us have this biological cycle, and this cycle always help us, because as the Ayurveda says, all the dhatus and all other things, it goes on with sunset and sunrise. That's a biological clock, we also have it, and this is an internal clock our brain follows. And that's why at time when night is there, you start feeling sleepy. In the morning you awake, become fresh, you have got energy. So it is on the basis of Earth's rotation around its axis and the sunset and sunrise. Now these are the two figures I have picked up from the I have mentioned the things which helps us to understand when we are very energetic, when we are blood pressure is very low or high, or we are very alert. So lot many things we are able to do it once we wake up after a certain time. And how are we managing the time? Usually if you try to see our school system, at least we have studied in the school system which we used to have 11 to 5. Nowadays we have got a morning school system, but it has been said 11 was the right time according to earlier these things, when you are filled with your food and all, and you are going there. And if you try to see the time between 11, the fastest increased blood pressure, high alertness, best coordination, faster reaction times, and things which are helping us to see, these are all time where we are doing best of it. Then after this time we are doing little droopy and sleepy time. So this is the way even this explains. Later on, if there is something, we'll talk about it. Then what is our attitude to ourselves? If I ask, do we love ourselves? How many of us have accepted ourselves as we are? If you want to judge between 1 to 10, how will you where will you place yourself about your own this thing, your attitude towards self? Here also, what are your attitudes? They said it is unconditional love that we have to give to our body. Body is very important thing, important gift we have. All the senses which we have, because that is connecting us to the world around. My eyes see, that get processed. I get a meaning and I understand the things are. My ears are listening. They are doing all their functioning. So I need to be. Now this is at our discretion what to see, what to listen, what to speak. All these are all our description. But sensories are our connections to the world around. Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. These are also three things very important because Man is mind. Buddhi, that's our intellect. Ahankar, the pride what we have for self. Physical self, psychological self, and the spiritual self. We say, my Atma carries this body. Na? So my body is my rapport. So which helps me to carry out. And rapper also always have an attractive look. A rapper I always have a very beautiful attracting people things that yes, that must be something very unique things must be there, and that's why we have to keep ourselves that unique to ourselves. These are just um, this figure: ahar, vihar, nidra, and vyayam. These are the four basic pillars where we need to take it. What diet I take, what's my lifestyle, how I carry myself for all the different kind of activity. Importance to sleep, 6 to 8 hours sleep is extremely essential for everyone. And exercise, the vyayam, you do it. And if we want to have a healthy things, it's not that you carry yourself, enjoy yourself, but we have to be little aware about at every stage of this, then we can do it. We have to be aware so our attitude gets built up, and once the attitude built up, we have to create a habit for healthy living. And for healthy living, all the concepts, 5 concepts what we have tried to understand this, I have to be extremely aware about what I put in my mouth. Modern dietitians, doctors, all says you eat only what your ancestor was eating. You eat what is seasonal. You eat what you can digest your body, because our genes are developed in such a way only it will absorb all the healthy things from the food what we eat. So it need to have a balanced diet there. How I carry out my activities, at what time I wake up, how do I start or begin my day, do I have me time to carry out my work, or it's a time to go to things and I just wake up, everything I do in hurry. So when I reach there, I am lost. Instead, do it. So lifestyle has to be very simple, relaxed, as per your nature. Nidra, as I said, sleep is very important. Exercise, because earlier days, at least here what we have seen, nowadays we have got lots of gadgets, we have got lot many technologies are at our help, and that's why physical activities is little lower, and that's why need to have. Otherwise, we were doing lots of things which directly or indirectly giving us the exercises, and that's why we may have to put our efforts. It may be yoga, it may be physical exercises, what is there, cycling is there, running is there, any exercise which your mind accepts and do it, we need to do it. Nowadays, if you find young or the old, everyone has a problem of sleep. Why do we have problems of sleep? And when we don't get enough sleep, when we wake up also we are very tired, we are not fresh, and that's why the entire day also gets just pass it in lethargy. And that's why sleep is also important. Maslow's hierarchy of need also, what we have studied in education or anywhere else also, they say this is the basic need. Biological needs are basic needs, where sleep is also their part of it. Unless and until it is fulfilled, we go to the above need. And sleep is, that's why, important. So sleeping late, according to the circadian cycle, no, after 10 it's a best as such. After 10, 10 to 11, sometimes we need to go to sleep. And 4 to 5 in the early morning, we need to wake up. Then rest of the body helps, nurtured, even Prakriti will help us to shape ourself or nurture ourselves. So in this way, there are lot many things which we can take care of when we are growing up ourselves. And that's why I just wanted everyone to understand this vibgyor. And that's why I've used that color. Just that if I want to build up my habit for this psychological journey, because it's not so easy that today I'm aware about my health and tomorrow the things will be okay. No, I need to develop awareness. I need to understand why it is important for me. That's a second step. It's like a stair we are going, and we are going one step, second step, third step, fourth step, and then in the last I'll be reaching to what I want. Then I have to realize that yes, it is important. I have to develop that sense of responsibility that yes, I am owner of my own self, and that's why I need to take care of my own self. And this sense of responsibility will help me to become very sensitive. So anything I won't pick up and put in my mouth. Even if I pick up, I'll say no, my body will not accept it. Or I don't want my body to undergo any kind of problem of indigestion or anything. I should not eat it. So you become very sensitive to all what you put in. And it has also been said that even the skin, the pores, what we have, we might be using so many lotions or chemicals. They said what you can eat, only that thing you apply, because ultimately it is going in our body. And that's why we have to be sensitive. Yes, when we are sensitive, then only we'll be able to form our attitude. So it is the respectful position or my inclination. Yes, now I have to be conscious. And if I consciously, consistent, I'll put efforts, then only I will be developing that attitudes. It takes time. But once it is developed, nobody can stop you to build this as a habit. See, when winter comes, everyone thinks, okay, now it's a season to make our body. And they decide, okay, I'll start running now. I'll start walking in the morning. I'll start this, I'll start that. People will have that kind of, always they think in this way. When to get up for the first day, the alarm is there, and then you say, okay, from tomorrow. It usually happens like that. But once you develop, you don't need even alarm to give you alertness that get up. You are ready. You are going up. You are enjoying. And that will become your habit. Because here, after your attitude is developed, you are committing yourself to take care of yourself. And then miracle comes. Because as said, there is no miracle. Science has also said nothing is miracle. Everything is explainable. Why the things has happened. But we can feel miracles when our attitudes are turning into habits. That's a change in the behavior comes. Our habits brings lots of things to our health. Lots of good things to our health. We become healthy. So good habit building always take a little longer time. But if the conscious, consistent is also very important thing, that every day I have to put 5 minutes to my exercise. Fine, commit to it and do it. So conscious, be aware, consistent, be regular, punctual, action or efforts, what you do it. Not in mind only. Here I can think, this I'll do, that I'll do. No, I have to put it into actions. I have to do actually. And this helps to our psychological journey of habit building, and it will help me to make a good decisions for my healthy and happy, healthy, holistic living. So because we are the audience here, everyone was aware about this concept. I just wanted to bring this very consciously this aspect that we are the owner of ourselves, and that's why my body is my responsibility. So I need to behave very dignifiedly with my body. I cannot take it for granted. It has to be handled with care. Many friends of mine will say, oh, hum to jo means whatever we eat, we can digest. Whatever thing comes, even if I have taken my dinner and anyone comes, say, let us eat, I eat and nothing happens to me. Yes, it can for some time. But if it is becoming your regular things, it will start damaging your health. So this way, behave dignifiedly with your body. Listen to your body and manage yourself. Follow your prakriti, that is Mother Nature is the nurturer to us and she takes care of us. We have only human being after all living being, we have the healing capacity. The healer is sitting inside us. If you know the prakriti, like simple example, all the fruit plants or the flowering plants, they never use their products. They give it to someone. That is we, all other living beings. They nurture themselves on that. The conscious, the glorified life, what they have, that's a service to others. Something which we also need to take or learn from here, the prakriti. And healing is there in us. Unconditionally accept and respect your body, because body is the things, is the only friend of us who will remain with us from birth to death. Except our body, nobody is with us for whole time, the entire journey. We have got our parents in the beginning, we have got our brother, sister, friends, we have got colleagues, many people, they come and go in our life. We have got time to people coming into us, time to get out from our life. They are coming for small period of time. It is the only our body comes from birth to death to us, and that's why that's the only true friend I have with me. And that's why I have to nurture the friendship with them, taking care of it, taking responsibility of it. And that's why I need to appreciate and follow circadian rhythmic cycle to keep myself healthy. And that's why I need to be aware of the perception, thinking, feeling, and action, what I do it. So consciously, I need to live my life. What we are today is the result of our choices and reflection of past decisions. Whatever we have done yesterday or the yesteryears, that is coming today on us as a mind and body health. And that's why this is the result of past. So if this comes, we need to have a modified or corrective behavior. Accept the givens. You have a self-confidence, the question which I have asked. Do you accept? Have you accepted yourself as you are? Yes, we need to accept it. Once we accept it, sky is the limit for us for development. Individuals are incomparable and non-competitive. This is also very important. Why the person X is living in this lifestyle, I can also probably, that may not be my cup of tea. That may not be my body needed, my mind needed, my buddhi needed. So that is also there. Every individual is a unique. Always remember that self is responsible. Everything, whatever happens around. And let's not blame ourselves and take a very rational decisions for ourselves. And that's why we need to learn to keep ourselves healthy. And that's the last line. What I would like to say is stay healthy with active mind and strong body. It's valuable asset. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man, for giving
Thanks,
this.
Dr. Dipti. A very fruitful and knowledgeable lecture, and practical aspect is very important. I have two questions in my mind.
Sure, man.
What is the place of meditation in
Yes.
HHL? And
Yes.
secondly, the same HHL will work for deprived student or healthy student. What is your thinking?
Yes, the second question answer first. Yes, HHL works for everyone, even the deprived one. So, basic concept of HHL is just to keep ourselves happy, healthy, calm, quiet, and that works with every age, every section of society, and with everyone. And how we manage, we can assess the situations and whatever the deprived, because you say deprived children, so wherever their deficiency is there, we can bring back into our normal life with a conscious, consistent efforts in our life. Yes, we can do it, because the components what ahar vihar nidra and exercises, we strengthen that consciously. We help the students, deprived people around us, and we can just build up or nurture that concepts, and we can. The second question what you have, what's the place of meditation? Exercise, yoga, meditations are very much important, and meditation now becomes very relevant also, because we have, in general I'm saying, we don't have time to stay with ourselves. Meditation is the time when we live with ourselves for those minutes, those moments, because we cannot do meditation, we can go for meditation. So once we are my body and the mind yoga, that is when my body and mind can tune together, I can get that feeling of oneness of thing. It gives peace, it gives relaxation, and we need it in this fast life. We need relaxation, so we have to consciously make effort for breathing exercise and meditation, which will help us. So yoga in that sense, that how you can able to make yourself flexible, stamina get maintained because with pranayam and meditation. Yes, and this also go with every age, every sections of the society. And now I think we need to have a conscious efforts to this. Meditation is important part. See, earlier meditation, the word we may not be using, but you might be in some of our family, means every family have their own customs, but we always have a thing that we fold our hands and um, either we do prayers in the schools or something. What is that? It's a period of concentrating on some peaceful ideas, so that I can begin my day in the things with a nicer beginning, healthy beginning. So this is, yes ma'am, meditation has a place, and one can learn to meditate, one can focus on the aspects of meditation, because yoga nidra, and nowadays many things are there, awareness is very high, good videos are also there. If people wants to learn those techniques, we can. So both have very affirmative things into life.
Thank you very much.